Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're thinking about hiking into the backcountry to fish a beautiful lake or a hidden stream and spend the night, then this video is for you because I'm gonna go over all of the gear items that you'll need to successfully hike, camp, and fish in the backcountry. As you can see, that's exactly where we are right now. I've been out here for about 3 days fishing a beautiful creek, catching these gorgeous wild rainbow trout. If you want to watch that episode, you can check that out right here. But I'm on my final night right now. I'm still wearing my socks. I just woke up like an hour ago and I felt like making this video for you so that I can help you get out there and make some more adventures. Let's get right into the juicy stuff. Now I want to give a little disclaimer. I'm only going to give an overview of the gear that you're going to need. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on the specific gear items. I just want you to be able to watch this video and go, oh, now I know what I need. I'm gonna give you my recommendations, and if you have more detailed questions, ask me in the comments below. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Okay, now the first thing you're gonna need is a backpack. Now, not just any backpack, you want a backpacking backpack. I personally love my Gregory Baltero. It's a 65 liter. I can pack enough gear in there, including all my camera gear, for at least 5 nights in the mountains. Now, you could stretch that a little bit if you're rationing your food or if you're catching fish like I do on a lot of my trips. But I've really liked Gregory, the company, so far. I've used this specific backpack for about 3 years now. They have a lifetime warranty on manufacturing defects. Second thing you're gonna need is a sleeping bag. Now, I personally would recommend at minimum a bag that is rated for 20 degrees or higher. So what does that mean? Well, that basically means that sleeping bag is going to keep your body temperature at a safe level, 20 degrees or higher. 20 degrees is a safe body temperature level. It doesn't mean it's going to be comfortable. And I personally tested this in this episode right here. I basically camped in about 25 to 24 degree weather. And folks, I did not sleep well at all. Now, I wasn't in danger of getting hypothermia, but it was not a fun night. So a 20 degree bag will keep you comfortable in pretty much all 4 seasons, with a few months out of the winter that is not gonna be the greatest. The third thing, a sleeping pad. Make sure you get a comfortable sleeping pad, guys. I actually just have kind of like an off-brand one I got off of Amazon. I've used it for almost 3 seasons now, and it's great. It hasn't popped. It does come with a spare patch just in case if one of the cells does indeed pop. Mine's an inflatable pad. There are some other ones out there that are not inflatable, that are more reliable, but they take up more space in your pack. So you just kind of have to read the reviews, do some research. I have more info on this. You can ask me in the comments if you want. But personally, I like the sleeping pad. I think it works great. And the R value is, I think, somewhere close to 3. What is an R value? Basically, an R value, the higher the number, the warmer that pad is going to insulate you from the ground. All right, the fourth thing, a tent. You need a good tent. That's actually, this maybe should have been the #1 thing. I've used this tent for almost 3 seasons as well. It's from a company called River Country. It's a really affordable tent. You do need support beams, basically either a stick or your trekking poles that you have on both ends, and that'll basically create the structure of the tent. But it's really lightweight. It's only like 3 pounds. It sleeps 2 people, so I can bring my wife along, which I've done many times. It's a blast. And it's also just a very spacious 1-person tent. I'm 6'3", and I can sleep in that sucker just fine. The one note that I will have about this tent is that you do need to waterproof it. So there are some waterproofing products that you need to get to spray it down and help seal the seams. If you have a question about that, just send it in the comments below and I'll help you out. Okay, the 5th thing, you're gonna need a stove. Now, when you're out here, you gotta make food, right? Well, a stove is gonna help you boil your water for your dehydrated meals, for your coffee, or for cooking your fresh caught trout. I personally have one from Snow Peak. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, but again, you're getting what you pay for. The problem is the one that I have, they don't make anymore, and so I can't recommend it to you, and I actually don't like their current other products right now. What I will say is I would just get a stove that has good reviews, and if you have questions on it, just shoot me a link in the comments below and I'll take a look at it for you and I'll let you know if it's a good one or not. All right, numero 6, dehydrated meals. Now, some people don't like freeze-dried food. Backpacker's Pantry, Peak Refuel, Mountain House. I've tried a lot of them. My favorites are Peak Refuel and Mountain House. A few of the Backpacker's Pantry are really nice too. I love freeze-dried food. I think it's great, especially when you're out here in the backcountry. It's just it tastes like a gourmet meal, but nothing beats fresh caught trout, I will say that. But make sure you pack, some people say 3 meals a day. I personally only pack 1 to 2 meals a day because I'm always catching trout and eating fresh fish. Okay, number 7, a headlamp. You want a quality headlamp when you're out here, guys. It's gonna get really dark, especially if you're from the city. You're gonna experience a darkness that you have never experienced before. That sounds really morbid. It's not. It's actually beautiful. You'll see a night sky like you have never seen before, but you do need a good light source so that you can navigate around camp well. So I've been testing out a couple of different headlamps. The one that I'm really leaning towards right now is from a company called ArmyTek. Again, a little bit more on the expensive side, but the biggest problem that I've had with headlamps is that they run out of battery. And I've leaned towards headlamps that don't require disposable batteries, but rather rechargeable batteries. The deal with that is that a lot of these rechargeable batteries, the headlamps that you get on Amazon, they will die within a couple of hours of use, which is no bueno. You need something that's gonna last, I personally think minimum 6 to 7 hours of continuous use. That will last you about 2 to 4 days out in the backcountry. This one from ArmyTek, I forget the milliamps that's in the battery, but it's beefy and it's super bright. Okay. Now at the heart of this video is fishing. So let's get into fishing stuff. Now, for spin fishing, I love my 5-foot 2-piece ultralight ugly stick. It's such a solid rod. It's really durable and it's small enough to pack down on the side of my backpack. I love it. For my fly rod, it depends on where I'm going. The canyon that I'm in right now, the creek is smaller and the brush cover on the banks are so heavy that I don't bring my 9-foot 5-weight that I normally would. So I bring a really nice 7-foot 4-weight rod from a company called Rigged and Ready. This rod is a 6-piece rod that breaks down to like that big. It's only like, I think it's close to 13 to 14 inches. It packs down super small and I love it for a small type space like this. Now, if I'm going to a place that the banks are a lot wider or if I'm going to a lake, my Mystic Reaper X 4-piece 9-foot 5-weight is the rod that I love. Okay, now number 10, backup for your spin rod and your fly rod. What I like to call the multi-tool of fishing rods. Also from the company Rigged and Ready, it's called the X5. This fishing rod set can become a spin rod or a fly rod. It is literally the definition of a multi-tool fishing rods. I always bring this with me, and in fact, on one trip I had to use it because I ended up breaking my primary spin rod. It's not my go-to rod every day. The sensitivity isn't the best. The fly rod action also, again, isn't the best, but that's not the point of the rod. The point of the rod is its compactness and its ability to meet your need in a pinch. I always bring it with me on every single trip, regardless if I use it or not. Okay, number 11, reels. For my spinning reels, I love my Pflueger President size 500. It's nice and small, compact. I can fit plenty of my 5-pound P-line on there, and I've been able to land upwards of 6-pound trout on that sucker. It's a great little reel. Now I also bring a second reel. I love my Johnny Morris Signature Series. I think it's a size 1000, but I love it. It's such a great reel. Guys, reels, you don't have to go all out. And these are kind of mid-range budget reels. You can get something for 30 bucks anywhere. I would just make sure that you bring at least 2 reels. Always have a backup. You never know if something's gonna break. You're out there to fish, right? You don't wanna get all the way out there and something happens to your reel and you have no way to fish. For my fly reel, I love my Galvan Brookie. That sucker is just one machine piece of metal. It's not that heavy, even though it is fully metal. Again, it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but for my fly reel, I wanted something that was one piece and wasn't a ton of working gears. It was really simple. And the best part is that it's designed and manufactured in the US of A. So I love supporting US made products. It's one of my deepest privileges. But that reel is such a solid piece of construction. I've dinged that thing up so many times and it's still fine. Okay, now I forgot 2 really important things. I didn't write it down. And I can't believe I forgot this one. Okay, you ready? Water filter. Folks, you need a reliable water filter. Water is the most important consumable when you're out here in the mountains. I've used a couple of different water filters, but I've used one in particular for the past 2 years now from a company called Sawyer. Sawyer's water filters not only filter out almost 99% of all bacteria, giardia, it can even get out microplastics. The filter is a modular system, so you're not stuck to some proprietary bag that the company makes. In fact, Sawyer's bags I don't like. They're actually kind of crap. But because their filter is a modular system, you can screw on to the filter a variety of different bags and bottles from a couple of different companies. I just recently bought a 1 liter bag from Stik. You can even screw on a smart water bottle that you buy at a gas station, and you can use that to fill up water and then filter your water that way. Oh, and here's a crazy factoid. The life of the filter is up to 100,000 gallons. So you'll never need to buy another one. All right, now I think number 13, we're on number 13 now. Now the 13th thing that I forgot is a pot and a pan. How are you gonna cook your food if you don't have one of those? I don't know. So I've been personally using a titanium pot and pan mess kit for about a year now. So yes, titanium is a little bit more on the expensive side, but there's a couple of main reasons why I've been really liking titanium. The first thing is that it's super durable. You won't have to worry about if you accidentally step on it at camp at night. Also, you don't have to worry about any bad metals leaching into your food. You know, the thing about most aluminum mess kits is that it's cheap aluminum. So that aluminum is leaching into your food, whether you like it or not. So those factors, I'm really liking it. And every ounce that you can cut down on your weight in your backpack is a big deal. Guys, I know it sounds crazy, but an ounce here and an ounce there, it adds up as the miles progress on your trip. I just got done making the video and I forgot a pillow. You need a pillow, right? I personally use an inflatable pillow. It's a backpacking pillow, but you can also use a stuff sack and put your spare clothes in that stuff sack and use that. Okay, now lastly, I'm gonna give you a bonus tip. Now, this is not something that you need, but this is something that I personally recommend, and that is a sat GPS system. I personally use the Garmin Mini. This thing I pay, I think, 15 bucks a month for. It's a service. Well, first you have to buy the thing, but then you have to pay for the service. It's a little bit of a hassle, but what you get is the ability to text your loved ones from the middle of nowhere. On this trip, I've been texting my wife, checking in with her daily. Also, it comes with a really important feature, which is the SOS system. It actually has an SOS button on it. So if something were to happen to you, you would be able to press that SOS button and the cavalry will come. You can actually watch this video here where I talk about a specific story where a friend of mine had to press his SOS button for a snake bite victim. It's a crazy story, but it saved the kid's life. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but it is something that I want you to be aware of, that it's at your disposal. It's something that you might want to look into getting. It gives you a peace of mind, also gives your loved ones back home a peace of mind. I bought it almost 4 years ago and I'll never look back. Okay guys, I think that's it. And we did it just in the nick of time before the sun hits us smack in the face. I might have missed a few things here or there. You can always ask me questions in the comments, but that list of gear is the bulk of what you will need to go on an adventure of your own. I'm excited for you. There's a beautiful world out there to explore. Please ask me any questions that you might have. Until next time, you get on out there, you make some memories of your own, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Peace.